So index.html I will do. Here again, Flexbox basics, and we have this, all this dot container and all. So I have a container and which have different boxes, two class name, one is box and another one is box name. Save it, and I'll link it to the style file, link to style.css. And here we'll have the basic first, and basic style first, and then we'll start with Flexbox. So Flexbox, before Flexbox we used to do it with float and all, and it was very messy. So this is what we have, a basic styles. We have box sizing, border box, and the box also we are giving some white color, font size, text align, and padding, all those things, and each box is of different colors so that we can differentiate it. Now we'll start it, open with live server. Now it will show like this. One thing I need to see, it is 100%. So it will show like this because by default everything is a div. Everything div will come one after the another, and this all sizing are coming from here. This CSS, okay, this all sizing are coming from here. Font size 100 px and text line center and padding, and these things are coming from here. Now we are going to do Flexbox. So Flexbox is a new way, means Flexbox works on the parent. Generally it works on the parent. So what is the parent here? Parent is the container. So we'll always give the Flexbox on some parent element, and these all are its children because it is containing inside it. So we'll give the dot container, and this is how it messes up sometime. And display is flex, and border is 5px solid, maybe black. Save it, and if I come here, it will show like this. Okay, so see what it did. It changed everything to the one after the another. So just display flex, it changes everything from a div to an inline element. So inline type of element, so it will all come one after the another. So this is the power of flex, and there are many other things which we can do. So there is another thing which we use a bit less, but is see the box. You see the box is till the end. This border is till the end. So this is because of, but the flex is only till the items ends. But if we give, instead of this flex, if you give in line flex, if we give this inline flex and save it, the box itself is ending here. So this is all about, it is ending here only. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we are going to give a height here. Height, so height unit is 100 vertical height. This is one of the unit of height, 100 vh full form is vertical height. So it will take the complete height. So save it, and whatever the height is of the browser is there, it is taking the complete height. So it will be extending till there. Okay, so now by default when we do let us move it back to flex, because that is what we are going to use. And the other thing is that there are two type of flex directions. Okay, so two kind of flex directions are there. One is the row, which is by default the flex direction, and one is the column. So by default everything is moved from left to right, the main axis. Flexbox, there is something known as the main axis and the cross axis. So the main axis is by default left to right, so that's why everything moved to the from left to right in Flexbox. And if I give here flex direction will be row, nothing will happen because by default this is the flex direction row is the default thing. So now we can do a flex direction of column also. So if you do a flex direction of column, what happens? See, everything move from top to down, flex direction column, because the main axis get changed. Okay. Only half page in flex. 50 vertical height you give. Okay. So yeah, we were there. The flex direction is column. If I give, it will come from top to down, which is not a natural order, which is the main axis become from top to bottom if you give the flex direction as column. Okay, so this is there, and beside this, now we will learn about something known as flex wrap, which is very important, and most of the time we will use with work with display flex direction row only. And this flex direction column trick is very important when you are working on some website and you have a mobile view. So mobile view, you just do the flex direction as column and it will fix most of the thing. Though for this bootcamp we will not be able to see some CSS project, but this is the way you can see some CSS project on my channel also. Okay, so flex direction, let me move it back like this and it will be like this. Now what I want, each of the box to be of 300 px. So this is very small, so I want it to be each of the box should it is taking whatever the natural width is there. So I, for this 10, I will require dot box width of 300 px. I'll take, so it will go till the end, but actually it is not around 300 px. Each of this is not 300 px because 300 px into 10, it is 3000 px, and this is hardly, this is how much, this is 1486 px. This is 1486 px. This is also complete screen is also 1869 px. If you go at the, if you see at the top, it is showing like this. Okay, so what it did it Flexbox, what it did, it adjusted and it distributed the space equally, so this is not we wanted. Sometimes we don't want it to distribute the space, we want it to take 300 px only. Each of your flex items, they are known as flex item. So what we are going to do here, we are going to have a something known as flex wrap here, and we are going to say wrap, save it. So now everything will be taken 300 px only. So this 300 px, this one is 300, this all is 300, and the fifth one we were not able to fit it here, so it moved to the next line. So this is how means flex wrap works. So but now we want it to go till the end. So what is the way we can make it equal, and we want only three things to be go there. So 33.333 maybe percent, because that is how we divided 100 by 3. So it will go till the end. Okay, so this is about it, means and now we will learn about a different thing. We'll learn about alignment and centering, which is a very important topic in Flex. And for that, again, we will start from start, Latin, Magneto and all. If I remove all these things now, it will again become like this. Okay. So this CSS Flexbox, there is also very good title. If you do this, a complete guide to CSS Flexbox, this is a CSS trick article. You can go through it. If you want to reference quickly, you can reference through it. Everything is there. What is there in a Flexbox? So these things which I am going to tell now. Okay. So there are different ways in which we can add everything. Means we can put everything in Flexbox. So display flex, after that some other properties are there. Okay, so first is justify content is flex start. So first we will learn about justify content. Okay, so and let me have a border also 5px solid black maybe. So we have this black border, and flex start means everything. Justify content works on the row, works on the main axis. So in Flexbox we call the main axis and the cross axis. So main axis, when we don't give anything, main axis is left to right. When we don't give anything, or flex direction is row, by default it is row. So main axis is also left to right. So flex start I did, justify content flex start. So it is not showing anything different. But if I do this flex end, save it, see it moved to the end. All of the thing it took and moved to the end. And this is very powerful stuff. I mean, when you create a real website with the Flexbox, I have some front-end mentor videos on my YouTube site. So YouTube link, so you can see that front-end mentors. So I have used Flexbox and Gradeboard to create very complicated websites. So this is there, and this is flex start we can do, and flex end we can do. Similarly, we can do something known as center. Okay, center we can do it. So it will center everything. And then similarly, we have three other properties which are quite similar. So one is a space between, you will see. So there will be some spaces between, and see this and this 1 and 10 at the end. Space between is for that, and then there is a space around. There is some space is been left, and there will be some space around. So a space around means the last two there will be space, and space evenly. So space between is something which you use most commonly in all of this. Space evenly, so even spaces will be distributed, whatever the space is there. See, the 10 space is looking more because it is taking this item space, but I am talking about this free spaces. Okay, so this is all. And the thing is that flex direction now also plays a very important role. Now, as I have told you, it is now it is left to right. So now we will see what will happen if you make the flex direction different. So but for that I'll have a bit different in the box. I have this box color white, and font size 30px, text font center. Okay, this I will make a bit different. And then the container, justify content, let it be flex end, let it be flex end. The border should be there. And then the main thing which we are going to do is the flex direction we are going to change. So flex direction, I'm going to change it to column. So, and I'm changing it to column, and it will be moving from like this. But to see the exact thing what is happening, we have to do one more thing, which is we have to give a min height of 100 vertical height, or else it will be very difficult to see what is happening 100 vertical height. So now see the box have gone completely. So flex, and it is moving now. Now the main axis has become top to down, because main axis has become top to down, because the direction we have changed. And so the justify content will move according to that. So flex end, it will move to the end, and flex start will move to the start. So like this it will move, and all those things will move according to that. Center will move to the center, and like this it will move. And what is it, tell yeah, space around between all those things will also move like that. Okay, so this is what justify content is there, and it will change according to the direction. Now we will we'll see align item, which by default works on the cross axis only. Means generally the main thing is that the flex direction is by default is row, so it mainly works on the cross axis, and then the cross axis and the main axis changes depending upon the flex direction we give. Now for this, again we will make this font size 100, make it 100, and display flex direction I will remove. Justify content, remove this, and give some height 100 vs, and just display flex, the earlier example like that. Now we will do a align items, and there is something known as stretch, which is by default the normal case. It is a default case, and it will means everything will be a stretch because of that. Now it moves under cross axis. Cross axis comes from top to bottom, in this case top to bottom. Stretch, it is expressing everything. Okay, so now we will do all those things like flex start, save it, it will move to the start, flex and move to the end. So it is moving from top to down. The main thing is that it is moving from top to down. And if I do the center, it will move to the center. Space around, let me choose, take only one space around, it will, yeah. Okay, space around is not there in this case. Okay, space around is not there in a line item. Okay, only these things are there, my bad, it is not there. Okay, so this is done. This justify content and align items are very important topic. And now we'll look into another property known as the align content. So like align item is there is a align content. So it is basically it is the align items only, and the it is actually it is an align item on the cross axis only, but when there is some extra space is there. See this, get to the word, this extra space. So it only comes into play when there is some extra space is there. So let me do that. Box 1 to 10 is there. Okay. Let's use some other default CSS. just some other default CSS I'm using. Some box shadow also I've given this time. So background color, all those things are there, and just the container have display flex, a border is there, and the height is there, and the box, each of the box have width. Save it. So it will be like this. Okay, so we have given equal width and all, so it will be shown like this. Okay, now okay, okay, now we will what we are going to make, let me make it flex. So it is taking completely, as we know, we have seen this briefly earlier also. Flex wrap I have to do, and I have to its wrap. So it is making now everything 3 like 10px solid. This very bad. Brown is much better. Okay. Now the thing is that we are going to do this align content. Okay, align content. Align content, we are going to do align content is flex start. We are going to do align content as flex start. Now there is some extra space is already remaining. Okay, if I didn't show it like this. Okay, flex wrap, when I did it all moved like this, but flex start I gave, there was extra spaces there, so it has moved everything to the up flex start. So there was after even this 33%, because we are giving width as 33%, and then flex wrap is there, so only 3 boxes will be there, and the boxes also have some font size and all are there. So after this there are spaces were there, so it has moved to the start. As I've told that align content only kicks in when there is some extra space. So flex start is there, and if I do flex end like this, save it, it will move to the end. Okay, so now I'll have center, save it, and it will move to the center. Then space between is there, save it. Space between, here is space between and all also kicks in. Space between around is there, and evenly is there, save it, and the evenly will also be there. Okay, so it is like this. Now we are going to learn about something known as align self. So till now what we have seen all the properties of individual of the parent element of the container. So we have some individual properties also, and we will see the individual property now. So the individual property, for that individual property I have Vox10. Okay, let me remove some of the things here. 10px solid brown is okay. Flex wrap I will remove, and let me give the align items as flex start I will keep, and the box width is like this. Okay, so yeah, so it will fix it one because we don't have any wrap. So now I will give different boxes, different some padding I will give, so it will change it to means the sizes will be changed. Okay, so like this I will give, and the sizes will be changed. Like the box 2, it is padding is increased. Box 6 also a bit of padding is increased. Box 9 all the bit of padding is increased. Okay, so this will be done like that. Now we have individual properties also. So box 1, box 2, box 3, I'm choosing the individual one. Okay, choosing the individual one. So what will happen here, I can now give the align self, which is for the individual one. Align self is flex and I will give. So it is for individual, it is not for the parent, it is for individual. Flex and align self flex start and align self is center, and this 3 I am going to do. And if I come back, see what happened. So the first one is flex end, so it moved to the end. Only this one is moving. This is flex start, so it won't move anything because by default it is flex start only, and this one will move to the center. So this is what about in moving the individual items through align self. Okay, so now we are going to look into another thing. Okay, so that is a very important property known as flex. So we are going to look into that. I will change the HTML a bit. For that, I have some cool emojis there for this part. Some emojis I'll put, and then here this box I'm going to change a bit. Size and all. Now let's start from the start and remove everything and display flex, save it, and it will show like this because display flex is there. It will show like this, taking the size whatever is there. Now if there are still spaces there, so we will see for a property which decides how the free spaces will be distributed. Okay, so we choose dot box as, see this thing happens sometime with that tab 9 flex of 1. So it is again the individual property, flex of 1. I will give and save it. If I come back, see the space which was remaining, it is equally distributed. If I make it big also, it will be equally distributed. If I make it small also, it will be equally distributed. Whatever the free spaces, earlier it was not filling the free spaces because it was taking this much space, this much, and it was filling till here. So flex one I will give, it will take the complete space what is, and it will distribute among each of them because by default this box class is on every one of them. The box class is on every one of them. So flex one is there. But what happens, I will give now box 2 is all boxes are there, and box 2 I'm targeting, and box 2 I'll override it to flex 2. So save it. See now what happened, the box 2 have more space. So in this cases what happens, whatever the free space is there and someone is having flex 2, so it will take the twice of the free space as compared to the other. So whatever the free space is there, flex will divide it twice in it than the other. So this is flex 2. This is flex property, which is very important and used a lot. So with this flexbox is not that much big, so flexbox is this much only. Just you have to practice with some projects, and as I have told, the projects you will get from my youtube link and YouTube site. I have a lot of flexbox projects, means front-end mentor projects and all those projects I have, and so you can find those from my site, and so you all can go, and if you're not subscribed, you can all go here and you can subscribe. Okay, now we'll move forward and we will do the last topic of today, which is CSS grid. And with that, but CSS grid is, the topic is much more bigger, and CSS grid is much more powerful than Flexbox. But the thing is that both of them are modern things. So CSS Flexbox came in around 2010 and CSS grid came in around 2015. So, and nowadays both of them has complete browser functionalities there, and but you can use both of them whatever you feel free. Sometimes people think like grid is way too much, so they are stuck with Flexbox only, but I work on both of them because grid is sometimes very powerful. And so we'll start with grid now, and let me dispose this off, and I will close it. And 'let's start HTML. One sec. Yeah. So CSS grid link CSS, and here I will have this div. Okay. So like this I'll have, and let have some styles also. Now basic styles. So these are all the basic styles, and we are centering everything also with body and all those things are there. And let me start it. And it will show like this, some background gradients are there, and all those things are 1 2 3 4. It is showing because I have every item I am centering also. With grid we can use Flexbox also to center this thing as it is written here, but those things are there. And some body linear gradient are also there. But now we'll start just shortcut for entire list item. No, I just pasted it. No, I didn't did any shortcut right now. Okay. So now we will start with grid. So just we are given some styling, and everything is coming one after the another. Now we will do the real styling. And here also we have a container is there. This container dot container, and then display. Let's see that if you do a display grid like Flexbox, everything will change. Will it change everything? It doesn't changes everything because grid doesn't work in that way. Just giving a display grid won't change anything. And the difference between Flexbox and grid is that Flexbox is unidirectional or one directional. And grid is bidirectional, means we can use it in at both places. It has got rows and column both, and Flexbox doesn't have those things. Means it has either you have to make it from top to down, or from right to bottom. It left to right it is by default, or you have to make it from top to bottom. But with grid we can control all the ways, means row, column, everything, row and column we can column. That's why it is much more powerful than Flexbox. So we will now learn how to control the row and column. So there is first thing which we are going to see, which there is something known as this grid template column, which are for column. As the name suggests, it is for column. So column 200 px, and I'll give 500 px. This two I'll give. And if I come here, so what it is doing, it is doing for one 200 px column it is creating, and another 500 px. So this is 500 px column it is creating, and it is putting both of them there, one 200 px and one 500 px. So similarly, we have something known as grid template rows. As I've told it, we can do it at both way. Okay, so there is something known as grid template row. Okay, again, so grid template row is the row. So it is 200 px, 100 px, 300 px. It is, save it, 200 px. So now it is the row. This is 200 px, this is 100 px, and this is 300 px. So by the last two, we were not able to, we didn't get the row for that. So it by default, whatever space it took whatever the height was there, and it created it. Okay, so that is there. And we can give some gap also. We don't have to use a border or padding or something. We can directly give gap of 5 px. If I give, the nice gaps will be created. Okay, so nice gaps will be created. Now okay, so as I've told, this last two rows, this were taken by default, whatever it was there, it was taken like that. And but we can change this thing, means we don't want it like whatever the space was there, it took according to that. I don't want it like this. So there is something known as grid auto rows. We will use that property, grid auto rows. Grid auto rows, and that I'll take 150 px, save it. And now this two column, this 7, 8, 9, 10, these are made as 150 px. Okay, okay. Now we will look into sizing in grid. Okay, for sizing, okay, we will increase this a bit. So this will have 15 item, and let's remove these things. By default, whatever the default was there, it will again become like that, and default, but it has got more item, like 15 it has got. Okay, so first thing we are going to do is dot container display is grid, and gap is 20 px, bit of more gap. So it will create a bit of more gap. 20 px is way too much. 10 px. Okay, so it is creating like this gap, it is creating. So now we will do GTC grid template column of, I want everything of 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. I want to show something that it will be 20 px only. So like this, See, in this case, what is happening? This is the common layout. Means the last one is getting cut. Last one is fourth one is getting cut. Why it is getting cut? Because we have taken a gap also, grid gap of 20 px. So gap means all side it will be 20 px. So means this 25 into 4 is 100%. But those 20 px gaps also adds up. This 20 px gap here, this 20 px gap here, this 20 px here. So it is not going completely. So this is a problem. We cannot use this we cannot use it like this. So let us see how we will fix it. So again, I will make it as 200 px, 150 px maybe, and let us have a border also, border 5 px solid black. Save it. Like this it is showing. Okay, so there is a lot of free space here, and in that case also we have seen it was not able to do it. So we are going to use something known as fr1fr. So fr means free row. So whatever the free space is there, if I save it, see the third one has moved there and it has made it completely. And fr is a very powerful topic, means it makes it completely whatever it was there, size it was there, it took all the free space and filled it. So there are three columns at 200 px, 150 px. So that will be equivalent whatever 200 px and 150 px is there. The last one is 1fr. So 1fr is whatever the free space is there, it will do it. So if I do like that 1fr, I can have 2fr also. And if I save it, so whatever the free space was there, this will take one time and this will take two times. So this is 1fr and 2fr. And we have another thing known as auto also. Instead of some px, I can give auto and save it. So auto only take the space of the element 1 2 3 4 1 whatever is there, and rest of them it will be 1fr and 2fr. And what will happen if something I change? If I change something like this, so it will increase this length, and with this whole thing will also get fixed. So increase there. So it is like this. Okay, let us move this back, save it. Now there is a short form also here, like I am giving 1fr, and after this I am giving another 1fr like this. So 1fr I'm giving two times. So instead of giving 1fr two times, I can use another thing which is known as repeat two times 1fr. So like 3 times, 4 times, anytime you can give. We don't have to write 1fr, 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 1fr. So like this it will do 2 times 1fr. And then we can even have 2 times 1fr. Let me remove this. And here 2fr. So it will be a pair. 2 times 1fr, 2fr, 1fr, 2fr. It will pair. So here there will be 4 columns and 5 column total. Yeah, like this it will be there. Now okay, so we will look into two very important property in grid. One is known as autofill and another one is known as auto fit. So we'll look into them. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we will look into autofill and auto fit. Okay. Here I'm going to use a different one, okay, like this, and container is display it. Grid template column, I'll use repeat and auto fill 150px. Autofill 150px. So what is this autofill? We will learn about it. So autofill is by default it is automatically, it tries to fill everything. Here we have 12 items, and I save it now. So here it has 12 items, and it is making it each item 150 px. It is taking this repeat autofill. We're not giving any number here like 4, 5, 6, 7. So whatever is the browser size, it try to adjust it according to that. See, this is 150 px, this is 150 px, 150 px, 150 px. If I make it large also, it will try to adjust more of them. It will take at the top, and if I make it small, it will make it like this, and at the end it will be like this. So this is very good for responsive screens also, this autofill, and we'll soon see how to make a perfect responsive screen with this, means mobile responsive. So that is one of the reasons that Grid and Flexbox are so popular and so powerful, because we can create a mobile responsive screen very easily. And in all of the production project, or if you work for a company, you'll always see the, now everybody wants a responsive. Nobody is out there in 2021 they will ask for a non-responsive site. So they will say that it should be mobile responsive also. So there are many tutorials and all you see on YouTube that they don't make a responsive site, but it is not like the case. You always have to make a responsive site, and with Grid and Flexbox it is very easy. So this is autofill, and now okay, okay, actually I want to show a difference here, and to see the difference we have to go to a different browser. This is, I think this is Chrome doesn't support this thing. So one thing is there, the Grid support is the best in, there is a browser, I don't think most of you have heard about it. That browser is known as Firefox Developer Edition. This is not normal Firefox. Okay, this is not normal Firefox which I'm using. Only Firefox Developer Edition have that feature. So I'm using Firefox Developer Edition. You can search it and install it. So what special feature I'm talking about? So whenever you're working with Grid, you should work this. It has got something known as, see, this Grid thing is coming. This is there only in the Firefox Developer Edition. No other browser it is there. Okay, so this is required sometime, because what it does, if I click on here, it give this nice thing, means this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, is nice naming things till 7 it is going. So all these things it is been given here in the Developer Edition. So I'll keep it like this. Then I'll go back and this all I will comment it out. So it will be like this in one line only for autofill 150px, and okay, like this. Okay, now I'll do autofill. You can see that a Grid is ending here. So this 8, if there were more items, it would have gone till here. And if autofill, I will do the autofit 150px. So the Grid will end till here only. It will not go further. Okay. So this is autofit. Okay. Now we will look into another property which is known as min max, which is a very important property to make something totally means responsive. And for that we will add another below this we'll add another actually it will be below this. I'll add another min max container, and it will have item maybe item 5, item 6, item 7, item 8, and then I will have another style here. So let it remain there. Min max display grid gap is this, and grid template column, this is autofill 100 px. Save it. And if I come back here, see this goodbye is going beyond it, which is not a good thing. So this goodbye, we have to fix it. So how we are going to fix it? So there is something known as min max. We are going to fix it with min max. So it was because it's 100 px, it was not able to fill it completely, but then we don't want to give more also. So there is something known as here in autofill, it will remain autofill only. Min max I will give, as I have seen that it is a bit wide, width is much more, so I'll make it 150 px and comma 1 fr. So min max means minimum 150 px or 1 fr, whatever, whichever is possible. So minimum it will be 150 px or 1 fr if I do this. So minimum it is 150 px or it is 1 fr. 1 fr means whatever free space is there. Now what will happen? See the below one, it is increasing, and at the end, see this mobile view is also so nice. 1 fr it took the complete. So 1 fr. So if you do only this one line is the most powerful line in whole of grid. Only with this line only you can make any site responsive. With this line only, autofill, and this line is so powerful. Okay. But in the desktop view, you can see there are a lot of free spaces are there. So we don't want it to be like that. So we will add a auto fit, and with this auto fit, everything will be fixed. Means in desktop view also it will go to the line and it will be like this. Okay, so this is done. Now finally after this we are coming to the CSS last topic, CSS grid alignment and centering thing. So alignment and centering we are going to see. So like this justify content, align item, those things are there in CSS grid also, but they are more because in CSS grid we have like justify items also. Okay, justify, yeah, one thing, it has got all the things, justify item, align item, justify content, and align content. In Flexbox we don't have one of them, I don't remember it. Okay, so one of them is not there in Flexbox, so but here we have all of them. And here one thing is that justify is because we're not changing the direction or something like Flexbox, so justify is always row axis and align is always column axis. In it is like that. So for this we are going to use a different style. Okay. This all things will be there. this style. So here we don't have much style, so just all this items we are displaying like this only here. Okay, now come here. What is grid template? Sorry, I got, you asked very early, I think. A grid template is that repeat to, I think I have explained at that time. I'll explain again. Dot container display grid, gap is of 20 px, and grid template column I will do a repeat 10 of 1fr. So this 10 of 1fr means I could have given the column as 1fr 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 like 10 times, or else like this 10 and 1fr. This is a short form. 10 times writing 1fr instead of that like this. In this case it is very much useful. For 2 3 it was not that much useful, but instead of writing 1fr 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 so many times, it will be very 1fr 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 1fr. This is this. Repeat is this. I think hope you get it. This, instead of writing this like 1fr 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 1fr, I cannot even write like till 10. I'll just give a repeat here. Repeat 10 times of 1fr. Just like this. Just a shortcut, very good shortcut actually. Or else nobody can, if suppose if I have 100, then I can do for 100 times. So like this 10 times 1fr I have given. So only 10 of them came. There were total 40 items here, so only one of them came. Okay, 10 of them came. So as I have told, we'll learn with see justify items first. So justify items will align the items along the row axis, and it has only 4 values: start, end, center, and stretch. So we'll see them like justify items start, and one more thing, we'll take this item class is there. Item class is there. We will make it background is white. I will make, and justify item start I will do. Okay, save it. See, everything has moved to restaurant, but how we will see it? So for this also we need the grid a lot. Means I will come here and come here and see. Now the grid is very important. So justify item start. So inside this item, so this is the complete thing of it. So it has moved to the start. So justify item start means inside the this column, this thing, this box kind of a thing, it will move through the start, justify item start, and like this we'll have end. In this only it will move to the end, and similarly I can move it to the center, and it will move to the center. Okay, so like this I have another thing, another property which is known as stretch, and save it. It will stretch it completely. So this is another property. So now we will see align items. Okay, align items we'll see. Okay, justify items, I will move it to the end, and so just I will move it to the end. Now we will see grid template. Okay, for to see the align items we will add another thing, like let it be 10 1FR. We'll have a GTR also, grid template row, and here also I'm going to have a repeat of 500 px. So create 5 rows each of 100 px, it means. So it will be shown like this. So this rows are also created, and justify item, and I'm giving, so it is going to the end, but the align item also by default it is stretch. So now I will give the align item also. So align item is start I will give. So due to justify item and it is at the end, but due to align item start it is at the top. Now it will move from top to down, as you might have guessed. Align items start align items now, and so this will move to the down. Then align items center, it will move to the center. Then stretch we have already seen, by default it is stretch only. And there is a very good trick, and if I make the justify item, maybe justify item also as center, and align item as center, see it will move to the center. Okay. So justify is on the row axis and align is on the column axis, top to down. Align is top to down, justify is right to left to right. And grid, we don't have any direction or something, so nothing changes. In Flexbox we have direction, so those things changes there. But for grid, justify is always from left to right, and align is always from top to bottom. Okay. So now we'll see the justify content and align content. And again, they are generally used when your total size of the grid is less than the size of the grid, size of the container. So to check that also, we have to make some changes, and that change will be like, I will make it 5, not 1FR, 5 of 100 px, 5 of 100 px. Let me make a border also, border 1 px solid, not 1 px, let me make it a bit bigger, 10 px solid black, stretch, save it. So it will be like stretch, it will be done. Okay, both way I'm going to stretch, and okay, one more thing is there. Okay, let me do one more thing. There are way too many here. Let me reduce also this. Now it is only 15. Okay, so it is good. 15 are there. So now we will look into justify content, and again it is similar to Flexbox only. If there are additional spaces, just like here there is some additional spaces there, it will kick in at that time only. So the first thing is in the justify content I will come and justify content is start, which is we won't see any changes. If it, let me close this also. If it is start, we won't see much changes. Okay. Then if I make it end, as you might have guessed, it will move to the end of the container. So it is moving from left to right. Okay, because justify is from left to right, so it is moving to the end. So similarly, I'll have center. So it will move to the center. And we have all those other things also here. Space around, space between, space evenly. So all those things are also here. All those things are also there. So now we will look into the aligned content. So as you might have guessed, it is from top to down, and when there are more spaces are there, so aligned content will be there. So here, let me make it even more or less. Save it. I have to give some height also here. To height is 500 px. Template column row I don't need. Align item is stretch. Justify content is space between. Background is white. So like this it is showing. So align content we want to see. Align content is start. So everything moved to the start. Now from top to down it will move, and align item start I am moving, so it will move to the start. So after this end I'll do, it will move to the end. So as you might have guessed, end is there, then center is there, it will move to the center. Then we have space between, and it will create the space between, but space between, for looking the space between and all this incorrect, will let us add some more, or else it will not be shown correctly. So like this, the space between is there, and then the space evenly is there, space around is there, and all these things are there. Okay, so all these things are there. Now again, like your flexbox, we have individual property. So like justify self we have, so we'll look into that justify self, which is the individual child property. Okay, so for that, come back here, height is there, and stretch, stretch, space between, let it also be a space between, save it. It's like this. I want that now. Okay, so now we will target just one. So let us target anything, let us target this 8. So ITM 8 I am targeting, and let's change the background to yellow, and justify self is start. So everything, see the 8 one is also only moving, everything else is same. So we can move this single one like start, now again start and end, and all those things we can do. Okay, start and all those things we can do. stretch we can do. And similarly we have your align self also. So we'll see the align self now, and for that how many? Yeah, 20 is okay. And here px 500 px. So grid template column is there. So grid template row also I have to do. It is 1 FR 1 FR 300 px and 1 FR. I'll do stress space between. Now similarly I will take the ITM 14 and background is maybe pink and align self is start. So this 14 one, it has moved to the start. And now it will move from top to down. So because align is for that only, and start is there, and is there, start and stretch. So all those things are there. So with this, it is done. Okay. Okay. Grid is also done. So let us do a small project with the CSS grid. So let me close it. We'll do a small project with CSS grid. And that will be creating a photo gallery. We'll create a photo gallery. Yeah. Item 11, 12, 13 didn't change. This that was normal only. We only did for item 14 and 12. You can check it later on. Item 14 is only of different. Item 13, item 8, all those things are different. Those are same only. Answers. So we'll make this photo gallery. And here okay, we will have a albums. We'll have albums, one very big thing known as albums. div, the main div, and inside the main div there will be many different divs with album. One div with album, second div with album, three div with album. So all these things will be there. Okay, and in it we are taking a random image from source.unsplash.com. so each album has an image, and another part which is got a album details. So another part will be like this. One is the album image and album details. If I save it and let me open it with live server, so it will show like this. So everything is div, so everything is shown one after the another. Okay, so again we are going to add some basic styles in it. Style I have linked. Okay, so some basic styles, the background color and all is changed. Okay, so now we have to do it completely. Okay, so I'll target the albums and display is grid, and grid template column is repeat auto fit comma. So albums is the bigger one which contains both of them. So the children for the albums are this album which contain further like this. So auto fit we'll do a min max of 300 px comma 1 fr, the thing which we have learned earlier, auto fit. Okay, so now I'll go back and see 90% of the work is already been done, because it is, this whole is 300 px, this whole is 300 px it is taking, and 300 px or 1 fr it is taking. See, this is also done, mobile layout is also done. As I have told, 90% of the work is done. Now we have to just align it a bit in the bit correct place. Okay, so now after that we do a gap of 5 px, save it, just a gap, and now we'll target the individual album also. I will target dot album, and background is like this, RGBA. So some RGB I am giving. So with RGB I have told RGBA you can control the opacity also. So like this is 0.2, but this is not 0, it is 255 and 255. And there is something known as box shadow also. We'll give that also. It gives a nice shadow in the box, so you can learn more about it. 005 px RGBA, like one, save it. And I have this other ping type of thing outside. And now most of the things in CSS are fixed by giving it a padding. So padding I will give 20 px. Padding is what is inside, so padding will be made and it will have some nice spaces and all those things around it. Okay, the images and all are not looking good, we'll fix it. So further, the album also I want it to be a grid, because this album have got two children, image and div. So this are these two children are there. So this is how we look. The first level are the children. So I will again going to do the here display grid, and I want to them to show one after the another. Okay, I'm giving display grid here. Display grid I'll do, and then I'll do GDC, not repeat. One will be 150px, the image will be 150px, and rest of the space which will be remaining, it will be 1fr, and then the gap will be 10px. Save it. Okay, yeah, so it is not working fine. So there is thing, because of it is not working fine. See, always images are a bit trickier of in any project. So image, it is not taking actually 150px, means image. I have a class on the image, album, artwork, all of them. So I have to come here. So this is a trick to image. To fit it, I have to make the width as 100%. Save it. Now it will be fixed with as so this one was 150px, now it is going to that 150px, and that one is fixed now. Okay, now I want to move this to the center, vertically align. I want to do this album, so align items. See first where it is, some of them are small, and this align items center I'll do. Save it. So everything we see, this one is small, so this one has moved to the center from top to down. Align item center, and everything is at a center. So align item center I have to do, and it is looking much better, and we are done with it. So this is like this, and see the mobile view is also perfect, which with hardly, so this is different. With hardly means this much CSS, we are able to make such a nice site. So this nice site has been created. Okay.